So I like your action figure collection.
Thanks.
Pretty sweet. You got any titles? I got one by my side right here. I got this guy. I keep it handy at all times.
Wow.
You got my special name plates on it too.
Do you keep it on the wall?
Always. No, I keep it by my side at all times. I would wear it absolutely everywhere, including to the shops, but the wife gets a little upset when I try to wear it everywhere. So I keep it by my side in the office here.
You got your Slambulance, haven't you? All your toys down here?
Oh, the Slambulance. I did an advert for that recently. I'm still waiting for it to come out. So keep your eyes out for the WWE Slambulance advert. I was actually just playing with it all day and they just filmed me. They never gave me a script. They just noticed I was playing with it and then filmed me and they'll just release it as an advert.
They like eject you out the back doors on a trolley.
Who's this in the ring as well? I'm just checking out all your merch, to be honest. Is that Jinder just hanging out in the top of the Slambulance?
Well, here I've got Finn Balor.
Oh, yeah.
I've got Kurt Angle. The Miz.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one to beat up.
Yeah. Roman Reigns.
Oh, yeah.
Jinder Mahal.
I thought that was Jinder.
And Seth Rollins.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Gonna have to get you a McIntyre over. I think there's another one just coming out.
We've got some questions for you. Richard's been typing.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm excited. Nervous.
Don't be nervous.
I want to be a pro wrestler when I'm older, when I'm grown up. So how old were you when you started doing wrestling?
I was 15 when I started training finally. There was no wrestling schools in Scotland where I lived. And that's where I really wanted to do. And the first thing you have to do is find a good school with a good reputation. And it was a 24-hour run trip. Took a while to convince my mother. So I started training at 15. But the biggest thing of all that I promised my parents, especially my dad, because he wouldn't let it go, was, I'm going to get my education as I pursue my dream. So that's the biggest thing of all, was keep sticking in at school. I got my degree at university in criminology and was signed in WWE in the same year. So no matter what, chase those dreams, but also get that education.
Okay.
What's the next one?
The next one is, what gave you the idea for the Claymore kick?
Well, this is an interesting story. I'm not sure if you're too young to remember, but once upon a time I was in a band called 3MB, where myself, Heath Slater, and Jinder Mahal pretended, I guess, we were in a rock band. We weren't very good. We didn't play any instruments, and we didn't have any songs. But nonetheless, we're in a rock band, and I wore these tight leather trousers as part of the character. And one of my matches, I ran to kick my opponent in the head. The big boot move, where you give somebody a kick? Yes, I ran to give somebody a big boot, and I realized that the trousers were too tight, and the crotch was going to split. So this was on Raw in front of millions of people all around the world. And I was like, oh no, I'm going to be so embarrassed. So as I brought one foot up, I kicked the other leg up just to make sure the crotch wouldn't split, kicked my opponent and landed on my own head. So I knocked myself a little silly. And somebody told me backstage when I kind of got my bearings about me, Drew, if you can figure out how to do that move without hurting yourself, you've got a really cool move. And that's where the Claymore was born.
Okay.
What's the next one?
How did you survive Brock Lesnar's F5 move and win the match?
Like, preparation is key. When I went into that match at WrestleMania, I'd been dreaming about being in the main event of WrestleMania my entire life. I'd gone through a lot of ups and downs inside the ring and outside the ring to get me to that point. And the build up for WrestleMania, I've never trained so hard in my entire life. That includes certain drills to get ready for the F5. So when I went into that match, I was more ready for anything than I ever been, ever. And it goes for anything you ever do in your life. As long as you get prepared, as long as you're ready for any task you're going to tackle, you'll always succeed.
Okay. And the last question is, what happens behind the scenes before a wrestling match?
I guess it depends on the match. For me, what happens behind the scenes is I kind of disappear. I go off by myself and find a quiet area. And once I'm all dressed, I'm in my gear, I'm ready, the way you see me on TV, I just find a quiet area. I warm up. I kind of visualize how I see everything going, kind of visualize how I see the Claymore coming and how I'm going to win that match. And I get myself into the right mind frame. So as I'm getting in the right mind frame, I'm warming up and getting there physically too. So you won't usually find Drew McIntyre. There's a lot of people running around 5 minutes before my match saying, "Where's Drew? Where's Drew? Has anyone seen Drew?" And they have to find whatever quiet corner I'm in. So I make my music.
Okay.
Oh, thank you for that. Right.
That's all the questions.
Now you've got, haven't you, some things that came in the post. Can you get them all open?
Ooh.
I've got some things that came in the post with these and stuff.
Oh yeah, you got the Slam Attacks Reloaded.
Yeah, I'll open this first. Braun Strowman and Nikki Cross.
Ooh, those are a couple of good ones. I've got a couple in front of me right now as well. Let's see what I've got one of my own where I do the Claymore.
Okay, nice.
And I've got British Strong Style from NXT UK. A couple down here. This is one of the coolest things. Like when I got to WWE, you know, when I was your age, I used to have all the same kind of merchandise and got everything I could to do with WWE. And whenever I see my face on something now, it's like the coolest thing in the world. And the new Slam Attacks Reloaded, they've got this cool card. I don't know if you've seen it. It's the Drew McIntyre 101 card, where it's basically the unbeatable card. And it's just crazy to me. Like, that's the kind of thing. When I was a kid, it was like Hulk Hogan and The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. They're the only ones that would get something like that. And it's really cool to be featured on it now.
There you go, look. Finish working these ones for you, yeah?
Wow, it's exciting.
Exciting. Look at all these things you've got too.
What do you got in there?
I've got one of you. Yeah.
Ooh, another one. Wow, I wonder how many I've got. That's cool.
I've got
look, you've got like a book.
I've got one of Andrade.
Andrade. Cool.
Got one of Ricochet.
What's Ricochet's defense? 58. Let's see who have I got. Ciampa, defense 65. Ricochet would have just beaten Ciampa.
Yeah. We've also got the Fiend.
Oh, he's pretty much unbeatable. Let's see if I can beat the Fiend. What's his defense? What was the number there?
You've got more here, look.
Oh, 83.
83. I got Roddy Piper at 70. Fiend wins again.
Yeah. I've got Adam Cole.
Baby. What's his defense? 77. I got a Sheamus. Oh no, Adam wins. Sheamus is a 70.
Okay.
Cool for the victory.
I've got Wesley Blake here.
Wesley Blake. We got a 51. Oh, Wesley, I don't like your chances because the Miz and Morrison are 58.
Yeah. And here I've got Mandy Rose.
Mandy Rose. And we've got Lacey. I believe they're both 61. What happens in a draw? I don't actually know what happens in a draw. Comes to a tiebreaker, I guess.
Maybe. Then I'll open some of the other packets as well.
Wow. It's way more than me. I'm kind of jealous. I'm the WWE champion and they sent you way more than they sent me. I'm so jealous.
Here I've got the NXT Women's Championship here.
Oh, yeah. It's a cool title.
I've got Asuka. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Asuka. Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, yeah. I've got Nikki James.
Ah, Mickey. She must be due a comeback.
Yeah. I've got Toni Storm.
Oh, yeah. A lot of the women in this one.
Pardon?
A lot of the women in this pack.
Yeah.
A lot of our top female talent.
Yeah, I've got Hacksaw Jim Duggan here.
Oh, yeah.
I've got Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, there he is. My arch nemesis.
Yeah, and Mercedes Martinez.
Martinez. That must be her first card. She'll be excited about that. I wonder if she even knows. Why don't you tell her?